Walmart's the best business.
No, for pricing. I don't think they have none at the other
Why
one.
Nah.
you run as fast as you could on that video?
Last time I sprint, I pulled something and they never found out what it was, and I couldn't walk for 3 months.
Boys, y'all keep it down.
Man, I don't know why I be watching those expecting you to do right. You don't. You don't.
Say what?
He's fast.
Say what
I
now?
said I be watching those videos expecting you to do right, and you don't.
Don't expect me to. I hate that bullshit.
No, but sometimes you do right and we do it. And we do it. And
Shut
we
up,
win.
Amy.
Melissa, did you send ads?
Yes, I did.
I actually do still got some speed on me, but I ain't gonna risk hurting myself over those dumbass challenge or whatever it is. Yeah, the price of both of these is cheaper than that. Just the ones
get
on
what you're saying.
Amazon.
I'm looking. Hold on, Melissa. I'm looking for the ads. And then I'll read
Right before you guys did HTT.
So okay, we have a pre-roll, Rocket Money, and wait a minute. Express VPN. Okay.
No flavor.
Hold on. Let's make sure she's out of the situation. Back some because I know we can't sit any closer because
and
your
I
legs
can't-
are so
yeah.
wide.
Okay, so I think we just have a pre-roll first position, second position, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
This summer, HelloFresh is here to take the work out of eating well with meals like spicy shrimp pasta with a kick, which I really enjoyed. Get 16 free meals plus free shipping with code TBTB16
TBTB16.
and HelloFresh.com/TBTB16.
TBTB16.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bold and the Beautiful podcast. I am Melissa.
I'm Kevin Fredericks.
Hi, Angel.
Thanks, Lee, in the building.
Yes, and this will be our last podcast for a while through the. Oh, go ahead. Through the summer. So just FYI. And I am actually thinking we are going to do a pivot in the fall. I'll figure out what we're going to do when we get back because I think it comes out in September. But we are doing Sister Wives. Tank, get yourself together because it's happening. I am obsessed with Sister Wives, and I just believe the tea that is going to happen this season will be worth every bit of Black people getting in white people's business. So it will be happening. Okay.
Christine went and got married.
Christine is happily moved on. She posted that man for Father's Day, and I hope the cameras were rolling when he pulled up that post. I pray to God Almighty, Jehovah Jireh, please provide the joy, because I want to know what his thoughts were when he saw that woman post Happy Father's Day to this man that she has known for 3 days.
Melissa, what's our break? We're breaking from
We're
July
breaking for
1st
all of July. So again, this will be our last post. It'll actually go up the week of the 26th, I believe. And then we're through all of July, and we're back like I shouldn't say all of July, because we're back like the very last week of July that leads into August.
So we're off for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, basically just July.
All right.
I think our very first one.
July.
Yeah, July. Yeah, we will be off. All of us are doing a lot of traveling happening. Here's the thing, we'll still be happening. Gin and Juice will actually still be happening as well, but we will be taking a little hiatus from this. All right, with all of that said, we have been reviewing the show Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is the thing. I don't know if there is an exception to this season that hasn't been other seasons, but this season has been a yawn fest for me personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. The cast this year just doesn't have the and they're relying on all the archetypes that happen in reality TV of blow up, blow up, blow up. Our friend group is splitting up. We need to try to get together. Let's do some goofy themed party.
That's what triggered me.
What?
When she said, it feels like we're a divided group.
Yeah.
The fuck has it not been divided?
Yeah.
Has it ever been one collaborative group and everybody loves everybody?
They went on that trip.
What trip?
And
That's
them and
they're
them
like,
kill each other. They always go on trips.
cuss each other out.
Yeah. They're really trying hard to just do the same old reality TV formula because unfortunately no one has a storyline really worth following.
So I've been, again, you guys know I haven't watched Real Housewives in years. And so I've been following Funky Dineva, I think is how his name, and then the reality king, Carlos King. And one of the things that they said I thought was really interesting, which we kind of touched on last week, and that is specifically talking about Kandi. She has pretty much lived a complete story on social media. On the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her first partner, fiance, which I didn't even know this, passed away. Then she got reintroduced to a fiance, which she is now married to. She got pregnant. She did a surrogacy. She has started business. She's had dynamics with her mama. She's had dynamics with, like, she's done a full, she's shown and have given a lot to this show. I don't know what else she can give outside of, I know the criticism has been all she's doing is promoting her business. Well, girl, guess what? It's all I have left.
I'm done. I've done it all.
It's literally like she's just showing up for the scene so that she can get her paycheck. Yeah. And I think she's fully aware that she is an easy target for, like, because right now she's the head honcho. There is no one higher, even Kenya Moore, with her divorce and with her being a really, she's a commendable villain, but even her tricks seem like, oh, they don't seem fresh at all. And these women are now, they're not. At some point in age, we feel like people need to be behaving better.
20 years ago.
Right.
I said that same thing.
No, 30 years ago. All this shit should have stopped.
Because they're some of them are 50.
60.
Yes. No,
I'm sure Marlo is. How old is Marlo?
Marlo is who I was talking about.
Marlo got great grandkids.
No,
Marlo has to be at least 50 because I'm 40.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you 40. Melissa's almost 40.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, everybody is mid. Like, there's, I think Sonia, however you say her name, is probably her and Drew are on the younger side. Mm-hmm. And I know Drew got to be knocking on 40 because she's not far away from our age. And Sonia, I'm assuming, is not extremely young because she's on the other side of her track career.
Marlo's 47.
Marlo is 47 years old, Angel.
Yeah, I believe it. She lived a tough life before becoming Marlo Hampton, whatever her real name is.
I was talking about her slapping that person 25 years ago.
38. And
yep, knocking on 40. Sheree should be the eldest, I think.
And Sonia Riches-Ross is 38. How old is Kandi?
Probably 45.
40 something. She's probably 47. 40.
How old is she about Shein?
She got to be in her 50s.
I would say so too. Sure. I'm spelling her name.
53 is what they said.
53?
Really?
Kenya Moore.
I thought Marlo was older. But the way they talk about her past being 25, 30 years ago, she must have stabbed somebody when she was like 17 then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that's usually when you're stabbing people.
They're
teens.
Yeah, they're a little old for this. One of the things I definitely think, I wouldn't be surprised if next season they started clean.
They need to. We said that last week.
Yeah,
they need new, young. I don't mean young like they're old. They need like.
You need a new story.
Fresh.
You need someone to watch develop.
We do need young. Let me tell you, and this is not ageism. The reason why I'm saying we need some younger people is that there's just certain decision making and certain attitudes that just are not acceptable once you get past a certain age. You're like, after a while, it's just like, no, come on.
Kenya Moore acts like a goddamn toddler.
Kenya cracks me up. You know what the other thing is? Marlo very clearly, as someone again who hasn't watched, clearly comes across as the villain. But I get lost in like, well, who else has been? Has it always been Marlo the last few years? Has it been pivoted to other people? Have they passed the baton? Like who? Because Sonya's only been on for 2 seasons.
Sonya,
get into that.
So Sonya and Marlo, Sonya and Marlo, I do believe, joined the cast at the same time.
Okay.
The thing about Marlo is that she's not new to this franchise at all.
Right.
And she understands that the more ruckus you can call, the more screen time you get. And that's really, it's very clear. You can see through it. You can see through what she's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think people's issue is. This is, if we were to compare this to the Real Housewives of Potomac, because the ladies are kind of similar age. They have someone who's actually a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
The things that people are getting upset about, you understand. To have someone accuse your husband of feeling as if they were trying to do something inappropriate to you.
Yep.
That's something to get you riled up and to act a fool about.
Absolutely.
To accuse someone of not caring because they didn't send flowers to a funeral of someone that they never met or didn't know personally they had met is a reach, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though because these women really have lives where they don't have to intersect outside of this show, they're just creating storylines that aren't sticking. Somebody needs to have an affair. Somebody needs to.
Yeah, because it does. Otherwise, and I think to the point of drama can be more easily created and less manufactured if like we're interacting with each other outside of the cameras. If it's only happening here, then everything is feeling very like manufactured. One of the things that is kind of an undercurrent, which we can talk about specifically about Sonia. I think it's Sonia is how you say it. I don't know. Is this idea of friendship. Right. This has been like, I feel like this is like an undercurrent that's or as Rich would call a theme that's kind of being picked up on the last few episodes and a little bit more clearly in this episode. Sonia. So her friendship is with both Candy and Marlo, but Candy and Marlo don't get along. My questions are this. Have you ever been in the middle of friends? How did you handle it? What advice would you give Sonia? Is Sonia wrong for not choosing a side? Although I kind of feel like she leans one way more than the other, but whatever. So question number 1, have you ever been caught in the middle of friends?
I have. I've been caught in the middle of friends in my own. I stay caught in the middle of friends. And my husband taught me a long time ago to mind my business.
He told you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to mean that. That's between them.
So and this is, let me tell you how bad it be. One person don't even know the other person is beefing with them and mad and not even talking to them. And I so badly want to be like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, such and such is not happy with you.
Yeah.
But, and this has happened to me twice. It's really ridiculous how many times it's happened. And I'd be like, but what it is that one reason why I'm okay with my decision, even though I know one of the friends is like, I wish you would have said something. This is the reason why, is that what I've also noticed with my friends that be mad at the other person, they're not in a place that they're even willing to hear the other person apologize or try to rectify the situation. They are comfortable in their madness. And there's a reason why they did not take it to the other person.
Right.
And so me trying to force a reconciliation can only, in some cases, can make it worse. What I have had to try to do in those situations is I try to be a listening ear, and also if the person who is mad, if I feel like their feelings are valid, I don't try to invalidate them just because I love the other person.
Mhm.
I do still speak about my experiences with the other person in a good light. Like I'll say, I'm sorry that this is your experience with them.
Mhm.
It is not my experience with them. They treat me well. And so I know that probably, for them only makes it worse because they're like, oh, so the person is capable
Mhm.
of treating people well. They're just choosing not to treat me well. So
Mhm.
that's the other thing. Because I am big on Marcus. We just mentioned this on our other podcast. I'm not going to let you just, my friendships are my friendships. So I'm not going to let you just dog one of my friends to my face just because you don't like them.
Mhm.
But I still try to leave an open space for you to be honest about what you are experiencing.
Mhm.
But you're not just going to be able to be like, well, that bitch and that, da, da, da. That's what I'm not going to do.
Right.
But I will be there for you if you're not feeling good about how you are. And none of my friends that have been upset have ever been like, will you talk to them? Will you say something? They have told me in a way for me to just listen to them, not for me to take action.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So it's been hard. Have you experienced that, Kev or Melissa?
I definitely have.
Why you laughing, Kevin?
I am believe it or not, I can be very conflict avoidant.
What?
I know, guys. I know.
Look at Melissa choosing.
Big conflict avoidant.
That's what we call it, CA.
Big CA.
What we in the biz.
That's what we in the biz call CA. I've had some friends who have been beefing with each other. I handled these things terribly. I'm learning. Sonia Richards Ross and the tall woman, Courtney, I want to say. She was like, "That's your beef with her. That's still my homegirl." This is like, we ain't finna talk about that. In the past, I tried to organize my invitations by who was currently beefing and not, and this and that. And now my thing is just listen. If y'all beefing at that wedding, y'all gonna have to be beefing down at that wedding because I'm just gonna.
Okay.
If we ain't beefing, I'm not gonna take on your beef, and I'm not gonna try to organize around your beef anymore. Because when I did that in my past, all I ended up doing is alienate people, even more people who had nothing to do with the situation.
Straight bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Straight bullets, Marcus. They
Just
ain't got
straight
nothing
bullets.
to do with this. They don't know what's happening or why. And I was like, man, this is when conflict avoidance becomes doggone actually created more conflict. I tried to avoid the conflict. I created more conflict. So actually want people to get along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know people be taking things personal. They're not invited and this and that. So y'all gonna have to be beefing, and maybe y'all just beef at the event. And then when y'all leave, we gonna have a group chat about you. We gonna group chat. But now listen, I just I'm talking about palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already. Nervous. But on the
Melissa, does it make you nervous?
Well, in this particular incident Kevin's talking about, I actually told him invite the parties and let them figure it out, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I also am very much a my name is Benny and I ain't in it. Like very much so, I'd be more like
Also, can we take a moment to acknowledge Melissa thought her dad made "My Name Is Bennett and I Ain't In It" up?
Oh,
and when she found out that the entire Black community uses that phrase, and then on her stories, so many people thought their parents made up phrases that we all have
the
heard.
overwhelming majority was like, no, but it was the amount that also thought they mom and daddy made it up too. They mama, daddy, grandmama. And I was like, see, yes.
Your dad was the
I didn't hear people at school say it.
No, I've literally my friend texted me and was like, Melissa, I say this all the time. I was like, well, never around me. I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't know what to tell you. You've never said it around me. Therefore, my dad made it up. Therefore, I don't know what to tell you.
It was also funny how many more versions of there. My name is Paul. That's for y'all.
Yes.
My name is Wes, and I ain't in that mess. I was like, oh, there's
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 a
all
lot
kinds
of
of
it.
ones.
I didn't hear those other versions.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I go into this ad read for y'all to think about. How far? What are the lines that you all draw on a stand where now they did this, then it makes me go like this.
Wait, what
Not like I'm not in it, but it makes me now want to deal with you in a different way. Like for instance, for the most part, I am really good at if that's y'all's beef, that's y'all's beef. It ain't got to do with me. But there are certain things that the behavior now makes me reflect on the person who did it differently, which makes me go, you know what? I'm gonna have to steer clear of you as well, because if this is repeated behavior, I can't deal with you. What are lines that you all draw in the sand? The line that I want to draw in the sand is spending money on subscriptions that I didn't forgot about. Y'all, I just did it. And I'm mad because I wasn't using my Rocket money.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make a cover art for the Margarita song. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to use AI. And they were like, okay, you get 7 days free and you can use this photo creator thing.
Mm-hmm.
And every photo they created, every art, I looked either like a man or I looked like half of my face was deformed. They just couldn't do it right. I said, I don't need this. And I ended up creating it on my own. Forgot to cancel that subscription.
On that 16th day.
And let me tell you, on the 7th day, wasn't 16th, they took $40 from my account to just make me into a monster that I never used. Well, if you were using Rocket money, if you were smarter, if you were like Melissa Fredericks, okay? Yes, if you were a smarter person like Melissa, you would have been using Rocket money and you wouldn't have forgot, because Rocket money is going to be like, hey, is this what you want? Because they about to take your money. Okay?
Listen,
let's get rid of
money be on regular stuff I pay. Listen, be like, what was this? Wait, this is my personal business. Rocket money be on it, y'all.
What's great about Rocket Money is that it helps you discover subscriptions that you have forgotten. Because you might be like, oh yeah, let me cancel that. And then 4 months down the line, it's really out of your thoughts. Rocket Money is like, don't worry, I'm going to remind you, did you want this? And you know how some websites, they make it really tricky. They'll give you every option in the book. Oh, you want to reduce your membership level. Oh, do you want to pay for the year instead of month by month? They give you every single other option.
Turn it off.
Correct.
Where is the off button?
I don't want you to take money from me no more. Where's that? I want to click that.
Yes. So Rocket Money makes it so that it is an off button. You tell them off and they handle it. You're not over here searching for the fine print to figure out how to cancel.
They ain't gonna make it easy.
And it'll actually help you because it alerts you of when your spending is changing. It helps you save money, because a lot of times I feel like the problem today is that we don't have the strong attachment we had to money, because we're not dealing in paper money as much. We're dealing with credit card swipes. We're dealing with just typing in numbers one time and not thinking about it. So Rocket Money is helping link us back to our spending habits so that we can save money. We're not going to disclose how much the Fredericks saved when they started using Rocket Money. But
let's just say we had to answer some tough questions as a family.
But on average, people are spending like $200 a month on subscriptions that they're not even using on a regular basis. So everybody really needs Rocket Money, because prices are rising out there and you need to find ways to cut costs. So Rocket Money is going to help you do that. Again, Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Over 80% of people with subscriptions that they forgot about, and chances are you're one of them. Like that Stars app that you just watched one show on. God, there's so many of those. And that free gaming trial that you never really use. Rocket Money will quickly and easily find your subscriptions for you. And for any that you don't want to pay anymore, just click cancel. And Rocket Money will cancel it for you. It's that easy. Rocket Money also helps you manage all your finances in one place. It automatically categorizes your expenses, so you can easily track your budget in real time. Also, get alerted if anything looks off. Over 3 million people have used Rocket Money in saving the average person up to $720 a year. Stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/bald.
Bald.
That's rocketmoney.com/bald.
Bald.
rocketmoney.com/bald.
Bald.
Whoa. Listen, this is
That last one?
hilarious. That is very funny.
You ain't over there watching.
This for you. It'll cancel your gym memberships too, and that
Listen.
they require a blood sample for you before you can cancel a doggone gym membership.
Listen, Melissa found the gym one for me. She was like, "When's the last time you went to this gym?" And I was like,
Before the pandemic.
It was maybe.
It was worth its weight in gold. The moment it did that, I said, "Oh, you somebody." You somebody.
LA Fitness tried that with me. I just
And you
canceled
asked
that
your question
card.
again.
Wait, Marcus said something.
My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, LA Fitness tried that with me. They wouldn't let me cancel and then tried to charge me for a bunch of months. I didn't even work out. I just canceled the card.
See, but Rocket Money would have made it so you
Black
wouldn't have
folks.
to
How
do
about
it.
I turn the card off?
It was-
and I bet you will get nothing else.
But some of your cards have forwarding addresses.
No, mine
Yeah.
didn't. I was like, they were like, no, you
That's
gotta.
on American Express, because American Express be trying to do your customer
Oh no, I
service,
never do
so
that.
they automatically forward it, and you'd be like, first of all, I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
no, they were like, you gotta come into the thing. You can't do it over the phone. All right. Oh, I'm here to cancel. Oh, you gotta talk to a manager. Where the manager? They not here. I got something for you.
Yeah.
That was the end of Marcus talk. I got something for
Because
you.
you try to do right, and gyms don't.
No,
They
do
don't make
wrong.
it easy.
Yeah.
They don't make it easy. Okay.
Y'all's
Now, what was
question.
your question, Angel?
Angle.
What's the line that you draw in the sand? Like for us, if it's something to related to kids,
Mhm.
like,
The thing that the person does.
yeah, that like makes you go,
Are you talking
Alright.
about? There are friends that I have, like old, like Washington friends that I'm like, I love you dearly, and I can never do business with you. So I read people in a way of I know the extent that I'm willing to be your friend. I think I do that automatically. Or are you talking about not being their friend at all?
like not being their friend. So here's another thing. Like if somebody got beef with one of my sisters, then we got beef.
No matter what?
Like there's no.
Why? Well, forget it. Keep going.
What'd you say?
I
I didn't hear what you said.
It's okay.
Like if you got beef with one of my sisters, then there's no resolve. There's absolutely, you could be right. Actually, you could be 100% warranted and be the right person in the situation.
But we sisters.
But so sorry. This is where I'm at. Do you all have a do you
Man,
have
let me
one?
tell you, I cussed out a whole table full of chicks one night. My brother's baby's mamas was at the table, and it was some of her cousins and friends, and they got to asking questions on his relationship with his soon-to-be wife. No, they wasn't soon-to-be, but his girlfriend of a long time who he was still with. I don't even remember where the conversation went. I just I didn't like where the questions was going, so I let them buy me a few drinks. This was around my birthday. I got their fourth drink, and I was like, first of all, you bit, and I damn near flipped tables. Trying to get ounces out of me by my brother? No, that's something you ain't gonna do. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. I would definitely say family, definitely with my sisters, 100% for sure. With them, I'd be more mad at people than they should be. Actually, we all do that for each other. Like they be more mad at people than I should be at them, than same with them. Yeah, definitely for kids stuff. The other thing that's kind of unspoken though, and I guess maybe I was alluding to it either. If you do bad business, I also don't F with you either. I'd be real quick. If you do people dirty, you don't pay on time, you don't adhere to, especially when you're the boss, that I can't get down with that, because we are business people. I can't have my name associated with you and your bad business. I can't do that.
I agree with that. If you do bad, if you honestly, if you don't take care of your kids, we can't be friends.
Oh, especially.
You don't, if your kids are suffering and you aren't suffering, like if you suffering to help them, okay. But if they suffering and you ain't doing nothing about it, we can't be friends. You got beef with Liz, you got beef with me.
Oh, I know. Kevin big on that. Listen, that's the end of it.
Yeah, and I'd be like, it's not even that serious to me.
Let me tell you what it is, though. That's
Kevin
serious.
ain't doing it.
You listen, we don't have no conversation. That's cut the head off the snake. There's nothing else to talk about it. You got beef with Liz, it's over for you. We don't even get to the middle of objection, overruled, case closed, dismissed, jail, sentencing, parole denied, execution.
Wait, why are they saying I don't like She by Sheree?
I think they're behind.
Okay.
Also, if your life or livelihood, the way you live your life, can jeopardize the way I live my life, go on, playboy, play girl. I done work too hard for your actions and the consequences of your actions to hinder my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Amen. I'm 40, been broke for still 35 or 40 years. I would very much like to not have to go back to that lifestyle. And if I do have to go back, it's going to be because I made a mistake. I'm not going to let your mistake. Go ahead.
Let me explain. They're saying you don't like Sheree because she's a bad businesswoman. Okay, go ahead, Marcus.
Kev, Angel ain't even got the beef with him.
He's right.
Angel could have the wrong kind of disagreement with somebody, and I'm like, forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like that with a few people to this day.
Marcus is.
You do not exist to me.
Listen, I felt like Melissa is.
Actually, I do that for Kev. When I feel like people take advantage of Kev, when I feel like people don't acknowledge what he's done for people, I'll be like, and for this reason, I'm out.
We've been watching a lot of Shark Tank on this vacation.
Yeah. There are many people I'd be like, Kev, tell them no. Tell that person no.
I have to protect people from the energy that Marcus could give if, like, there's certain conversations, there's certain things I just don't even bring to this man because I know his level of there's a word I'm looking for that I can't find.
Fuck you.
Is a lot quicker than mine. And Marcus also is conflict, best friendship. He is conflict. We go together.
The opposite of avoidant.
Yeah, he's not avoidant.
He's conflict dominant.
Yes, conflict dominant.
Conflict inviting.
There you go.
I'm on my way over there. I ain't had no conflict in a couple minutes. Let me go over there and get some conflict.
So his
I go about things very black and white.
He does.
Either I deal with you or I don't. If I don't, there ain't no gray area.
Me too.
Either you exist or I can see you on fire on the side of the road and I'll be like, that's interesting, and keep going.
That's interesting.
Low key, me too.
That's interesting. Listen, apparently this is
on the low. I'd be like, I either like you or I actually don't.
Listen, apparently this is what's my thing? Taurus quality. But Marcus, how Marcus says you don't exist, it can be Thanos snapping of like
yours is actually pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? Who? Oh,
she did what?
Humph.
With who?
I love that video.
And
yeah, it's like and I think maybe that comes from like having a small family, small friend group.
Oh, for sure.
Also, I'd be like, bro, Melissa, if me and her, good, Mel, if I got some friends that it don't have to be no whole bunch of people. The way my life is going, it probably, bless your heart, bless you. God himself gonna have to introduce you to me for you to come in my house. If you ain't already been in my house, before we hired Isaiah, we was talking about getting a social media person. And the thought of somebody having to come to our house and shoot, I was like, listen, I just can't do it. And I'm not going to go nowhere else to do it. So what other options? She was like, we can hire Isaiah. I was like, boom, he already knows the address. Because I'd be like, bro, and it don't make me no never mind.
I try to be more graceful. I do try to be
Gracious for Jesus.
I do no, I do try to do
Says
be-
right there in the book.
Said I ain't got to be. Your grace is sufficient. Mine very limited. Mine is shorter than Clear Pepsi's run.
No. I try. What I mean by I try to be more graceful. Or I am graceful with it. I'm not gonna make no big hullabaloo.
Not the hullabaloo.
I'm not about to do a bunch of theatrics.
I need to be too forgiving.
I am a forgiving person. Absolutely 100%. I am a forgiving person, but I am also an absolute person. And once I have given what I feel like is the sufficient amount of grace for a person to justify themselves to me again, after that, I don't like to be a liar. That's what it is. So if I've said, okay, this is a boundary for me, and if you can't respect it, then let's part ways. If you're like, no, I respect that boundary, but then you clearly don't, there's not going to be a bunch of let me pull up, let me do, let me yada, yada, yada. That might be a lie, depending on the situation. Excuse me, let me retract.
Mid-sentence, realize, you know what, that might be a lie.
Angel got people right now that she done fill out with, that they done squashed it. They could come up where we're sitting in this position right now. Hey, Angel. Hey, she'll read over. Hey, Angel, how you doing? This is me.
Marcus is Candy. When Marlo came in, Candy was not. She didn't get up to hug her. She just how Marcus took a bite of whatever he ate. Candy was like, "I'm eating lobster right now."
No pleasantries with you or your family. Don't say y'all are dead to me. Stay
so
away
it
from
makes
me.
him good for reality TV and terrible. He's good for reality TV because he can keep a beef going. However, he's terrible because reality TV is all about squashing beefs that should never have been squashed to create another fake relationship with that person just for it to implode yet again. And you not going to get a second. The only person Marcus has given a slight second chance to is a family member of mine that it took me a lot to figure out how to give that second chance. And he only gave that person a slight second chance as a gift to me, not as a gift to that person. It was just to make my life easier because I didn't want to have to juggle his venom and hatred for this person while I was trying to figure out how to carve space for this person in my life. So outside, that's the only time. Marcus has fallen out. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
Me, I will avoid if there's an event like this is what Candy and them would have done if this weren't the TV show. If I'm beefing with Marlo and I know she's invited, you know how black folks be, who all over there. If it's an event full of people, or maybe even a couple people that I don't really rock with, gonna be over there, I'm good. And I don't even like. And now, if we're at an event and a person that I don't rock with is there, I'm not gonna act. I'm never gonna act like we cool if we not cool. We both know we ain't good, so I'm never gonna act like that. But one of the results of traveling so much, I'm very particular about where I spend my leisure time. So if it ain't for work, if it's a event, if we ain't cool, or people over there we ain't cool with, who would love to run into, no, I'm good. I'm gonna be at home. Yeah, I go be at my own personal home at my personal
that
address.
Is part of, I think, the hardest thing I think about reality TV is trying to figure out what are actually Carlos King said this, and I was like, I never thought about it that way, but it's part of the hardest thing is finding out which friendships are true friendships and which friendships are alliances. And I think the world of TV, when it's reality, I think those lines get very confused. And it's actually, when he was speaking, it's one of the, I've said this to Kevin, LA is one of the loneliest places I've ever lived because it's hard for me to find those. Are we friends or is this an alliance? Are we friends or is this a come up? It's part, I tell Danny this, or I've said this to her, like, I can't work with you. I don't want to work with you because it makes this relationship different. I want to be your friend, because I want to be your friend.
Right.
Like it makes it so much different. In LA, for me, it's just so I have family members or people who have contacted my family members, and I've literally told my mom this. Are they here to see Melissa, or are they here to see Miss Kev on stage? Because
Right.
I can't tell the difference. That feels gross to me. I don't like that. And that's reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to bring this up, and I hope you all are comfortable with it. Just put something in the private chat, and I don't know how to veer the conversation off. One of the really dope conversations that we've had the opportunity to have with Melissa and Kevin as our friendship has evolved is what defines a friendship and what it looks like. Because I've lived out here and I've been in the entertainment industry. He's like, what is happening?
I got private chat ready to go.
Yes. Yeah. I got you. Defining what friendship looks like. Because we've been out here for 20 years, I have had the opportunity to develop friends, and most of my friendships are completely outside of work, meaning my close friends, very few of them have I actually gotten the opportunity to make money with them. Mm-hmm. I've been friends with, y'all know me and Brescia are like damn near best friends.
Brescia's Web?
Brescia's Web. And I think
Charlotte's
only one time I feel like we have been on other than ER where we met on set. There's been only one other time where we have made money together. Mm-hmm. So the difference with the Fredericks is that we are intertwined in so many different ways, which is very odd for me and Marcus. Mm-hmm. We have so many different levels and layers of our friendship. Mm-hmm. Like Kevin and Melissa are my boss on one layer. I was getting a W-2 or from them, or W-4. Yeah. And then on another level, there was a business partnership because they brought some of us into the fold when they created the Kev on Stage Studio streaming app. Mm-hmm. So there's and then we're peers inside of the same genre of work. Then there was friendship. And for me and Marcus, our intention has always been friendship. These other things just ended up happening because at least in our eyes, they ended up happening because it just kind of made sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we got to have a really great conversation to get clarity, because that's
when I got in trouble.
Huh?
When you guys put me in trouble?
We didn't put you in trouble. It was in essence when
you were being the typical asshole you are. We had to call you out on it, Kevin.
I thought we was having a drink down at Essence, and y'all intervention me. Your actions are
you are lying, Kev.
Following ways.
I'm glad you finally took that the right way, because you took it the worst way possible.
Oh, I was upstairs pacing. I about burnt a hole in the carpet down at the Essence Hotel. Didn't think they could do this to me.
And this is the thing, is that I too, like Marcus, I'm not conflict avoidant, but because I had learned you well enough, I knew that when I had gotten really like, okay, now what is this? Am I just a work for, like, why am I just being called when like work needs to be done? When I was in that mindset, I was like, I know I can't bring it to him now, because
bring it to me now. I'll be totally fine.
Whatever. Yeah.
I said I can't bring it to him now. One, because I am really in my emotions and I am really upset, and I knew I was going to start crying and I was going to be mad.
And I didn't hate you, Kev. I understood.
He did.
You got to be like, Kev, let me see it. It's on site. I didn't do that.
And so when Kev, right, and I knew, but because I accidentally planted the seed, or purposefully, I really don't know. I planted the seed in his head. I'm not going to tell you what I'm feeling right now because it's going to ruin your day. That stayed planted in his head.
I was thinking about that before we shot this video.
But at essence, it was for us, it was so helpful. One, because we never wanted you all to feel like Melissa said, that this was an alliance. Mm-hmm. That we were like, no, and we've mentioned it before when we started TBTB. If you go back to our old podcast episodes, me and Marcus have literally been praying to God. We need some other couples friends whose marriage is solid because everybody was falling apart.
I'm like, is it us causing it? What is happening?
We were just like
we were getting mad at people. Like, make it work. Shit.
And so, and Kevin, you can attest. I've never asked Kevin to work with him or for him. Kevin has always introduced it, or Melissa has always introduced. We've never been like, "Hey, Kevin, so can you just like put us in a video?"
Here's the thing, Tor, though. You did ask about that.
I asked for what?
Here's the thing, Tor. You asked about that.
Oh, hell yeah, because now we work together. Nigga, now we work together.
Y'all who are watching, let me tell y'all what happened. We was like, hey, they was like, Marcus Angel, like, y'all want to grab drinks at the
hotel bar?
Yeah, I said, oh, that'd be great. As best friends.
I missed this conversation per usual, but continue.
No, you were there.
I wasn't here for this.
I was lying. So
no, Melissa, you were. You had to.
No.
Oh, okay.
So when I got downstairs, I said, "Hello, friend. Hello, friends. I want to have drinks with you." And they all pull out a notepad. This is why we don't like you and the way you live your life.
No.
1, when you do this, we hate it. 2, when you do this, we hate it. I said, I thought we was having Cadillac margaritas. They're like, nope. We don't like you at all, actually. And we
was having Cadillac margaritas.
We didn't do that.
Kev is lying.
But
this was like, I remember this conversation. I was like, I was lying a little bit. So it didn't happen. That's why you don't remember it, because it never happened.
Melissa was protecting her boo during that conversation. She was like, no. She was like, no. She was like,
but the funny thing about us, and outside of, I'd say probably, maybe y'all, Tab, Danny, Mel, and Greg are related. We didn't have a huge amount of friendships in LA, nor were we looking for them. And that's the thing about this show, that it'd be so, I know it's a show and all that type of stuff, but the scenarios be so foreign. Because I'd be looking at myself and I'd just be like, there's just no way I would be doing this. Like, outside of the getting the check part. Like, I'm not putting Gucci on to eat chicken and waffles so we can fuss. Although, the funny thing about this reality show, they just make up stuff to do, and it be cracking me up, man.
I love it.
You have one more ad?
Yes, I'm about to say, you've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN to protect your online privacy. We were just talking about it. But choosing a VPN you trust is equally important, right? Now, I'd like to do research on our sponsors. And we try to make sure we only recommend brands to our listeners that we actually believe in. And I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market, and here's why. Number 1, ExpressVPN doesn't log your activity online. Lots of cheap or free VPNs make money by selling your data to advertisers, but ExpressVPN does not do this. They've even developed technology, trusted server, that makes their VPN servers incapable of storing any data at all. Number 2, speed. ExpressVPN now uses Lightway, a new VPN protocol that engineered to make user speeds faster than ever. We've all tried many VPNs in the past. And the problem is the connection be slow as all get out. But ExpressVPN is always blazing fast and lets us stream videos in HD quality with 0 buffering. The last thing that really sets ExpressVPN apart is how easy it is to use. You don't need any technical skills to set it up. Just fire up the app and tap a button to connect, and that's it. Even your grandparents can do it, okay? And that's just not us saying it here on The Bald and the Beautiful. CNET, Business Insider, The Verge, and many other tech journals rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So protect yourself with the VPN that we use and trust. Use our link, expressvpn.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
today to get 3 extra months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
Visit expressvpn.com/TBTB to learn more.
Timmy.
Very good.
Wow.
Okay. I want to talk about, because we have like 15, 20 minutes. I did want to talk about or actually, did we wrap that up?
Yeah, I think so. Real friendships don't look like what they look like on these shows. Real friendships have lines that once they are crossed, they cannot be uncrossed.
Without well, some for sure. I think there's certain lines that can be uncrossed if you're genuine about if Marlo and Candy were really friends, she could have been like, actually, I was just in my feelings and I was feeling the way I was triggered by this and that. And it'd be like, okay, that's the thing. But to have this beef drag on for 2 episodes when it clearly,
More than that.
yeah, actually like 3 episodes clearly manufactured, real friends wouldn't have had that beef. And real enemies also wouldn't have had that beef because they wouldn't have continued to.
It's storyline.
Yeah, it's because they would have been. There was no way that you would have that small of a thing would have gone through that path.
I know. Like Phaedra and Candy, that was a line that could not be uncrossed.
Mm-hmm.
The sex thing.
Yeah, the
yeah.
her drugging some. I just feel like with Marlo, once you say that someone has slept with all of Atlanta. Like if you're saying that about me, if you're trying to disparage me with just lies, it's not so the lie that is the thing that would make it hard for me to uncross, like the specific lie. It's very telling to me that I can't trust you. You can talk dirty about me about something I did to you that you didn't like. But once you just start making up nefarious stories about me, there is no way you're ever going to get close to me. Ever again.
Yeah. The only way stuff like this could blow up as big as it was is somebody's intentions have to be good and it went left.
Right.
And then the explanation of, look, we can fall out, fight at the end of the day, come back to it and like, this is what I was actually trying to do. I had no idea that was going to happen. Oh my God, when I saw this, I saw that. Oh, hell, we cried, have drinks, and wear Gucci and move on. But yeah, the type of stuff that they doing just makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I realized we didn't answer all of my questions, but one thing I wanted to know is do you guys think Sonya is wrong for not choosing a side?
No, and I think I could see how Candy would be frustrated enough at her, but when you really take a second, like you can't make that woman's beef your beef, her beef your beef.
Marlo's
right. You can't make your beef with Marlo. You gotta like that beef. That's what they were saying about Candy. Like when she was like, "I'm leaving," the other episode, then a group of them left, and it's like I could see how Candy would feel like that, but she don't have no problem with Marlo. And basically, honestly, Marlo don't really got no problem with Candy if we being straight up.
Yeah.
But I also would be Candy.
And there's you would be Candy?
We hate him. We hate him.
Everybody on this side of the table.
You just said just 20 minutes ago.
That was a lie, Steven.
So you one of those, if I got beef with them, you need to have beef with them.
No.
I'm definitely that way.
I honestly no.
Make up your mind, Kevin.
I was just playing when I said I'm just Candy. You don't have to take my side. You don't have to do none of that stuff. That's my beef, my blood oath or blood feud, they call it. And you don't have to take on my issues with somebody else. Because if they ain't done that to you, then and I'm not gonna be like, we leave it. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like that.
Maybe I'm not that way with friendship. I'm probably that way with family.
Yeah.
I think it's not business smart for Sonya to take a side. She's only been on the franchise for 2 years. It definitely doesn't help her if she takes Candy's side because Candy is the biggest star on that side. So she's going to be like number 4 in that totem.
Yeah.
In order for her to keep as much screen time as possible, she's got to remain impartial so that she can dance on both sides. So regardless of how Candy feels about it, Sandy's doing what's best for her in this franchise, which is what she needs to do if she wants to be able to have a storyline.
Stay neutral.
Yeah. The problem that I'm having with Sonya actually is that I don't think she's doing a good job of remaining neutral. I actually, I think
she is doing a bad job.
Yeah, I think that's actually my problem. I don't think she, choose a side, don't choose a side, whatever. But I definitely think if you're going to play Switzerland, then you need to be more neutral. And to me, she's definitely leaning Marlo, which is the wrong side. And that's like kind of my issue, I think, with her. I think that's my biggest issue with her. And then her outside interviews also are telling that she's leaning Marlo more so than Candy. So to me, like, just I'm Team Marlo and be with it.
Yeah,
it would be less confusing.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Okay. Can we be the friend group to have a Gucci brunch? Because I personally think this is fantastic.
First of all, absolutely. I love stupid. First of all, I have a friend group out here. It's two other women. We call ourselves the Real Housewives of the San Fernando Valley. We get dressed up and go to brunch for no reason. I'm talking about we put on good wigs. Yes. We put on big sunglasses. We put on stilettos. And we go to places and we gossip. You hear me?
And you know what's crazy? What's crazy about this is it was, the world ended and came back. And Angel was like, it's been a long time since we had our brunch talking about her and her friends. It'd be therapeutic. Angel that will set her off in a good mood for the rest of the week.
It's so good.
Oh, it was so good to meet with those girls. And they all
both y'all using the same exact voice.
That's what she be saying. It's so good. It's so me. And I'm like, what did y'all do? Oh, we just got and topped all the mess. I was like, God dang.
It's
First of all,
go ahead.
Sheree had that coat on. I said, that doggone Gucci blazer was fire.
So
and I don't even usually like
don't say because that's not true.
No, you don't know what I'm finna say.
What you finna say?
I don't like full on print everywhere. Usually,
that's the lie you telling.
What you doing?
She's already caught the lie in the air.
Kevin, you're absolutely logomania.
Logomania?
You are absolutely logomania.
I never did such a thing. We should have a Target brunch where we all go get Moreno and Tab stuff. But nah, I was like, I want to have, listen, these theme parties people been having, I've seen Beyonce parties, Steve Harvey parties.
I want to do a Bridgerton party so bad.
Meme party. Marseille Martin had the Shrek party. Greg and Mel had the drug dealer party.
So fun.
I love them. I can't enjoy these more. I told Melissa this, maybe we do it this year. For many years, I have wanted to have a supreme adult Halloween.
Oh, I want to do it so bad.
Okay, y'all were gonna do it one year.
I want to do.
We need to do it this year.
The thing about it is the money, the way that I want to do it, the money that I'm setting aside for my vow renewal, I need to put to the Halloween.
I'll give you my Louisville check
because to do it for real. You need to do it for real because
Halloween. You talking about them white influencers? No, these people are white for real. She talking about Desi Perkins had people walking on stilts and blowing fire.
She's the one that inspired me to do all my events that I've ever done.
I want a nigga Halloween. We ain't getting a nigga might be on some crushes and blowing out a Black and Mild. And but I want us to have a legit costume party for a Halloween.
I want to do it
so bad. We went to one. We went to a couple over the last couple of years. Also, me and Melissa planned last year. We took the boys to like 4 haunted houses and had the time of our life. But I'm all in on friends having no reason to get dressed up and still getting dressed up.
We need to do a Bridgerton party. Like we need to do the brunch. The thing is, Sheree, this was the topic apparently. She should have done She by Sheree themed instead of Gucci. I feel like she's not fully
have no clothes.
Hello?
She don't have clothes for the girls to dress in. They don't have no products to dress in. They gonna come naked.
What is her? So what is the brand?
It's Shein by Sheree.
Listen, I think that was a Freudian slip. I really don't even think Candy meant nothing by it.
Melissa, I seen the website. They put I didn't even know what was happening, but they put her stuff. It was basically white labeled Shein. Like they had the model. It was verbatim Shein and Sheree. It was literally on Twitter going crazy, like, which is fine, but just let's not act like it ain't what it is. That's all I'm saying.
One year for my birthday, this is in our younger years, we did a a field day thing. Did y'all do field day growing up?
Yes. Last day of school usually.
Yep.
Yeah, we did a field day themed birthday party 2 years in a row. Now, mind you, we all had to get drunk beforehand because it only made things better. We had relay races. We had teams. Like we had the wrist. People had the
Headbands,
red
wristbands.
headbands and blue wristbands and all that stuff. I think because I have been so mature most of my life. Mature, yellow diamonds, French buns, small heels. I love any reason to not have to take life so seriously. And that is the big reason why, even though sometimes me and my two homegirls, we end up in serious conversations about things that are happening in our life. But because all of our kids go to the same schools, we can gossip about things like the PTA. You know what I'm saying? We can gossip about things that really don't have high stakes, but it's still so good. Like it is the best.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's my type of fun.
I enjoy stuff like that. Like one year we did paintball for my birthday.
Oh,
we went go-kart racing. I love all of that stuff.
it's just fun. It's good old fashioned
Good
fun.
fun. Good fun. Okay, and then last question for the last 10 minutes. Y'all want to talk about Kenya and her infertility issues?
The fact that she almost died having
And
that baby.
And well, actually, I shouldn't call them infertility issues, but plus that and the fact that she owns those embryos, but she feels this moral obligation to inform her ex-husband that if she impregnates herself, it's going to be his baby too.
I was so confused by that. She owns embryos?
Yes.
So
is the embryo stage already?
yes.
Okay, so it's already fertilized.
Yes.
So
you can do that?
Yeah. So what they basically
That's the preferred way
is egg, sperm. They make freeze it.
They freeze the union?
Freeze it.
Yes, because I do believe, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, you have a better chance of having a successful pregnancy if you freeze at that stage versus freezing the eggs.
Right.
If you freeze it as an embryo already made it together, you have a better chance of an implantation going well and having a successful pregnancy.
Right. It is 5 minutes from, you should log on. I thought it was at 4. It's at 3:30.
It is now.
Yes, correct.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, join.
Jesus.
And for some reason, I thought it was at 4 in my mind. I've been telling myself 4. It is 5 minutes ago. Please join.
Oh.
I will close this out with this. I feel
Close it out.
Yes, but I agree. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I watched Desi Perkins. She's one of my favorite influencers just because I feel like she's a true creative in a sense, like the truest sense of the word. But on her YouTube page, she walked through her like infertility journey, which like legitimately I was crying with her when she got pregnant. I was like fully invested in the story.
Oh God.
Yeah. Fully invested. But all of that to say, it is one of the things that I encourage women who know, if you are iffy about your relationship, but you are sure you want to have children, to at least look into freezing your egg
retrieval and freezing. I have convinced a couple of my friends. I was like, freeze them eggs. Quit playing.
Yes.
People are lying to you all about you can have kids later in life. Maybe.
That was my question about with Kenya. It's like is it a good idea for her at her age to put her body through that?
Well, apparently no. The doctor was like, don't.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
The doctor was like, don't.
Yeah, don't
right.
do it.
That was my question. I was like, she sure she want to do it?
Yeah, you should celebrate it.
I know. You got to go. You got to jump on this meeting
too,
right?
I do. But that was what I was going to say is that, yes, correct. It is expensive. I've heard it's very expensive. Excuse me. And I'm not discounting that. All I'm saying is at the very least, you should look into it, because the reality is, and we did this on, I've been thinking about the Love Hour a lot and like how many Black creators, women I put on that platform, and was like patting myself on the back. But I did a series. I was thinking about it like 2 days ago, and I was like, girl, for real. But anyway, I did that series, and we walked through like your whole menstrual cycle, and we talked about fertility, we talked about a bunch of things. But one of the things I didn't know before that episode is that women are born, at the moment you are born, you have the most eggs you will ever have in your entire life, and it only decreases as you get older. And that's why it's harder for you to have children older, which is why at the very least, don't believe it. When celebrities are 40 and they got pregnant, they probably froze their eggs.
Wait a minute.
If they had multiple,
you didn't know that before?
That episode? No.
Oh.
That we've had the amount of eggs we have, it's a finite number. No,
Yes.
I always thought every cycle you are replenished.
Oh no. Oh my God. That's the school system that did you dirty.
Listen, I took a women's studies class, and I'm sure they taught us that in college. Didn't retain the information. It was one of my favorite classes that I took in college. Didn't retain the information.
You needed to pass that test. That's all you needed to do.
Oh no.
The information was in one ear and out the other. So
not
anyway,
only does the amount of eggs go away, the quality of the eggs begin to increase as well, and rapidly once you hit 30. And so people, while I know it's like we're taking control of our lives as women, and that's great, there is a reason why people were having kids at a younger age prior to now. It's because the body
12 and 13.
The body snaps back easier. The recovery is a lot easier. Once you get older, the body is deteriorated. That's a lot of trauma to put the body through. So I get it. Everybody has a right to wait until they are comfortable having kids. But if you are able to save up money to freeze some eggs, if you're like, I'm not sure when, do it.
I agree.
Do it.
100%. Look into your job. Look to see what they have. Jobs these days are more progressive than they used to be. Obviously, not all jobs are created equal, but they are more progressive. So at the very least, I would just look into it. Okay, thank you guys so much. I absolutely 100% have to be on this call. We will see you guys in about 20 minutes for Gin and Juice.
Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.